There's the valve over the hole. See that? Stick that tool up through there. Screw it on. These are about £2 in the plastic, you can buy them in plastic version. Tyre back in the hole. Roughly back in the hole anyway. Valve back through. Keep the rim. That'll do the job actually. I'll hold that, it'll keep the valve pulled out and keep the tyre pulled back up. Alright, that's that. Oh yeah. If you want to make the job easier, you can use Fairy liquid or bar of soap or anything along them sort of lines. I don't know whether I'm going to use the hooked end or the flat end. We'll see. This is the bit, as you start to push it over, you've got to make sure, I'm going to use the flat end. Pick an area and just get the metal over the lip. Use your knees. Get off. Make sure you don't pinch the inner tube, and keep the back edge of the tube. Back edge of the tube. Double job. Keep the back edge of the tyre off the bead so it can slip into the I'm doing it dry. If I was using Fairy liquid or something, the job would be a bit easier. Right, last bit to go. Kick the rim down all the way around, and there you go. Oh, that's made me sweat. Right, that's that. Make sure your valve doesn't fall back through when you unscrew the tool. And when you hook the foot pump on as well. Bit of sideways pressure. Right, that's it. I've seen about 800 hours when I've pumped it up. Right, it's pumped up. 30 psi you can do with these foot pumps, they're brilliant. So 800 hours later, 2 cups of tea, and it's ready to go back on the car just about. When you pump it up, it doesn't really happen with foot pumps, but if you was doing it on a compressor or at the petrol station, air leaks past the valve. It's the air being squeezed out between the tyre and the inner tube, so it leaks out past the rim. When you pump it up, make sure it sits on the rim properly. You've got lines around the edge, and if at any point it's not an even distance from the metal rim, providing your rim isn't bent of course, then you haven't got it on the rim properly. Just keep pumping. Sometimes you have to pump them up to 40, 50, 60 to seat it properly, and then let it back down. Valve cap on. If you do a puncture and your tyre hasn't slipped round the rim, this one slipped round the rim because we drove the car, You can put a paint mark on it, put it back in the same place, and then you've still got your weights in the right place. Otherwise, take them off because they probably won't be doing their job. Take the rims seated on the back properly, even gap all the way around, and that's it. I'll pump that one up to 30, and it'll probably go up a bit more, but I'll stick that on at the petrol station. So that's that one. Right. I should have just thrown it on the floor. Okay, next one. That's the new rim, new inner tube. I'll just put some air in it. Mud's away from there. Same again, basically. Hang on. That one's full of water, so I'll have to empty that one out. Come back in a minute. Right, I've emptied that one out of water, dried it out of a towel. A little bit of air in the tube. Same as before, slide it over the rim. Try and make sure you don't nick it on the way over. Lift your rim up, line the valve up, lock the little tool on again. Push the tube through from the other side this time, so it doesn't really matter as long as you don't pinch it. Right, tuck it all in and under. I think it probably was easier from the other side. But it's all going in. Definitely tidier from the other side. Okay, it's all in past the bead of the tyre. That's it, so we lift it up. Flip over. Like before. Same crack again. Make sure you're not pinching any of the inner tube. Right, it's pumped up. Not as hard as it should be. So I'll pump that one up to 20. I'll run out of energy. But I'll stick that one on the back of the car and pump that up when I get to the petrol station. Right. That's it for this episode of Mountainside Motors. Now I'm going up there.